What's up guys, welcome to round number 9 of the F1 2010 career mode from Valencia, and we're off the back of a win in Canada. Let's see what we can do this time. It's qualifying. So after pole position last time out, we're going to be looking for similar things this time at the old Valencia circuit. Took me a while to get back used to this layout. And now we're here in Q1, we nearly lose it on exit. We're only actually 13th, just above Jarno Trulli. So it's not been a great session so far, and only improving by 2/10. But we sneak through Q1 to get our spot in Q2. The weather's cleared up, and we get a better exit off that final turn this time to come over the line for a much improved time on those option tyres to get us through to Q3. And now here we are, just 35 seconds before the end of the session, getting the banker lap in. Going for 2 laps because we've decided that these tyres are probably hard enough. It's going to be a 50% race once more today. So we're going to now go for our second flying lap as we come through turn 1 flat and now brake about 100 metres before turn 2. But we've gone into the wall. We've braked too late. And I think we might have actually locked up a little bit there. So it's only third for us. I say only third. It's actually a little bit of a disappointment to be not on the front row. But there's a long way to go. 50% race ahead of us. And here it is. Yes guys, it's race time for the European Grand Prix, sitting in 3rd position in our Williams as we've got 5 lights, and away we go. They're on for an absolute eternity there. A 50% race, as I say, laying ahead of us. 29 laps of this Valencia street circuit as Sebastian Vettel mugs us for P3 as we brake nicely into turn 1, trying to dive it up the inside of Vettel, and Vettel has now got a run on Button for P2. So this is going to be a very, very interesting battle as Button runs wide to give Vettel enough room, but he's ended up compromising his exit, and we've mugged him off once more for P3. And now we have Sebastian Vettel ahead of us, and Lewis Hamilton streaking off into the lead. He's had a very poor start to the season. He'll be looking to get the victory today to resurrect his title hopes, but we're going to look to get past Sebastian Vettel pretty early on in lap 1 as we go over the bridge, and we've got to be careful not to nick our inside tyre here. On that last corner, which we managed to do successfully, but in doing so we let Vettel get a nice gap. Don't look as if we've geared the car quite right today, as we're not quite topping out at the end of the straight, but I think it's just our ratios more than anything, just haven't quite got those right as we take very, very shallow entry into there, and we've got a warning for corner cutting, and somehow a second one. We weren't even at a corner, so don't quite know how that happened, but anyway. We're chasing down Vettel, and we look as if we've got a better run on this second straight now. And, yeah, we're going to see how good we are under braking as we brake really, really nicely. Our brakes are obviously wired up nicely. And so Vettel now in P2 takes a very, very wide line there, which means a shallow entry into there, and he's going very, very slow, and he's not given enough... I can't even get my words out. He didn't give us enough room, which means that we have smashed our front wing, lost a position in the process, and we are down to P4. Hopefully that front wing damage shouldn't affect us too much, considering it's a street circuit. It would be worse if we were in Canada, but now the recovery drive is on, as we're going to try and get past Jenson Button on just lap 2. And we're going to try it around the outside this time, a much smarter move, and we have got ourselves into a podium position, even with that damaged front wing. But you could see how far Vettel was up the road, and Hamilton has got a beautiful lead, as now we've got to try and not cut this corner. Once again, taking a very shallow entry there, it just seems to give us the best opportunity for an overtake. And it's given us quite a nice exit off there, actually, because it gives you a nice catapult into that 90-degree right-hander. And although we're not good on the straights, we should be able to get Vettel on the braking here if we get him down the inside. And it looks like we've got the move done, mate. He'll have a better exit, remember, but he backs out of the move, and we are up to P2. Now in pursuit of Lewis Hamilton, just 6 seconds up the road. But by lap 6, our tyres were going off, and obviously we had front wing damage, so we don't want to push these tyres too far. Hopefully the tyre wear on the prime tyres shouldn't be too bad, and we may be able to extend these tyres to the end. But we're going to see. You know, we might do the 2-stopper. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes on this set of tyres. But we rejoin in P7, so we haven't actually dropped too many positions. And Now, we don't look as if we've encountered anybody on the pit exit, which is good. And, like I say, rejoining in P7 just behind Adrian Sutil. Up to P6 now as Mark Webber has pitted for a fresh set of rubber. But we get so much time on Sutil and the braking, and this seems to be our favourite position for the overtakes at the moment. We'll see how it pans out over the rest of the race. But we're up to P5 already, and Nico Rosberg is having a stellar drive in P2 now it is. But he's come into the pit lane, so he'll be bumped down the order just a little bit. But, you know, Rosberg's gained quite a few positions since I was up in that battle. And we're up to P2 now, 7.7 behind Hamilton, so we've got a lot of catching up to do. As now we approach lap 14, and we are gaining so much time on Hamilton. We just seem to have hooked up these lap times. We are at 1 with this circuit. And Lewis Hamilton's going slowly. I'm not sure whether he's got a problem, but we take P1. He's going very, very slowly through there. It does seem to be a trait of the AI, but Hamilton, you know, when you think about it, we've gained about 2 seconds on him there as we get a slight corner cut, which provokes a warning from the stewards. But by lap 22 now, we've gained a lot on... Well, Hamilton just seems to have disappeared out of view. I'm not sure. He must have had a problem, as now Sebastian Vettel is just behind us. As you can see, our tyres are going off, and we've spun up the rears just too much. We are lucky not to get any front wing damage, but we rejoined the circuit, not in the lead of this race. And by lap 23, you know, we've taken the conscious decision to come into the pit lane by the looks of things. And yes, we do. We take a diversion into the pit lane, and as we come in for our second stop of the day, we're putting on a fresh set of option tyres to go to the end. We know that we've got the pace on this circuit. We're going to rejoin in 4th or 5th position. Sutil, as you can see on the mini-map, it's going to be neck and neck out of the pit lane. But nonetheless, we're not too far off the lead. I mean, knowing how much pace we've got in that last sector especially, we've got a good 2 seconds on the AI. Sutil just nicks us on pit exit, as we'll try and go up the inside, but he has the better run. Obviously, warmer tyres as well. But by lap 24, we've come to our old favourite position to overtake Sutil for the second time. We've taken a slightly different route this time onto the outside, but nonetheless, it's an equally successful move. And Nico Rosberg now, by lap 27, is going slowly. The pursuit is well and truly on for this race victory. Vettel's 8 seconds up the road. We've already got Rosberg, and by lap 28, Jenson Button is in our sights. Coming off the bridge, we tap his rear left tyre, but let him go. He seemed to have just taken a little bit of a bad exit out of that right-hander. But we're going to have to see what he does up into our favourite corner. Should be renamed the Wilkes corner, I'm sure. The FIA will have something to say about that. But we dive it up the inside of Button and take our shallow exit out of there to get our best exit out of this corner. And by lap 29 now, we're halfway through lap 29, and the pursuit is well and truly on. We are coming towards the end of the first sector. We're 3 100ths up on our previous best time. So we've gone actually purple, I believe, through the first sector. We're 1.7 behind Vettel, but we've clipped the wall on the exit, which isn't ideal for this pursuit. And Sebastian Vettel looks as if he's geared that Red Bull up perfectly, whereas I have got a lot to be desired when it comes to gear ratios. But we are now coming to the middle of the circuit. This double left-hander, the double apex, and as we now come into this right-hander, we're going to try and get a good exit onto the final sector of lap 29, the final lap of this Valencia street circuit. We've had a very, very long and gruelling race. We've had a lot of action so far, and now it all comes down to the final sector. 1.5 tenths behind Sebastian Vettel. Are we going to try anything audacious? He slows down, but we tried to get past him, but it's just not going to happen. We don't want to do any damage like we did on lap 1, but now we've got 1 corner left to try and make a move. Are we going to be brave enough to do it down the inside? Yes, we have. But are we going to keep this position as we now on the run to the line? Is it going to be enough? It looks like we've taken the victory. We have done it. Oh, it's P1, baby. We've beaten Sebastian Vettel by 0.4 of a second. From 3rd on the grid, it looked a long shot at about lap 22 or 23 when we spun it. when we spun it out the final turn. But wow, we've finally done it, guys. We've taken the victory after a long 29 laps, and it's back-to-back victories. Silverstone is next for us, our home Grand Prix. Can we take our third victory in a row? Our third victory of the season, and our third victory in a row. We've got our second victory of the season today, and the championship charge is well and truly on. Wow, what an episode, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. As you can see, we're in the interview pen, or interview room, whatever you want to call it, and we've had a great race today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, like I've already said. But don't forget to leave a like and comment below on what you thought of the race. Slightly longer format today. We should have some more videos coming up in the next few days. Hopefully I'm going to try and get out one per day. But I'll see you in Silverstone, guys, for the next race. Bye bye.